Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your love reading for April 2020. Let's see what is going on with you. You have the Page of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for the month of April. Eight of Swords. Queen of Swords. The World. The Magician. Two of Cups. Ace of Swords. Judgment. And the Devil. Okay, so let's see what you have going on here, Cancer. And as far as like the bottom row down here, I'm going to have to hold them up for you. You're not going to be able to see them. So I definitely see the sign of Cancer kind of worried in the month of April. I feel like you're stuck when it comes to your love life. You've got the Eight of Swords here, but you're definitely not stuck because you actually have this lined up with the Magician. So the Magician is about manifestation. You're actually creating your own reality. God is not, kind of orchestrating your love life. The universe is not orchestrating your love life. You are. So, I feel like the sign of Cancer, again, you have this with the Eight of Swords. When the Eight of Swords, you are in your own mental and emotional prison. So I'm especially with the Queen of Swords here, which is very much in her head. So I feel like the sign of Cancer, you feel that you're trapped in your situation when actually you have more control, more power than you know. And for the month of April, this is definitely a time for you to start a new chapter in your love life. You have the World. It's time to end that chapter where there is so much fear, where again, you're keeping your situation, whether you're single, married, in a relationship, you're keeping yourself trapped here. You feel like you're stuck because the relationship is not moving forward or your love life is not moving forward. You actually have a soulmate here. You have the Two of Cups. So love is very close to you, or you already have this special bond with someone, but it is time for a new chapter in the situation. You also have down here, let me just take a look at this. You have the Devil. So the Devil can represent the sign of Capricorn. But seeing the Magician, the Eight of Swords, and the Devil, I feel like the sign of Cancer, I hate to say this because I'm a Cancer as well, but I feel the sign of Cancer, I feel like you've kind of trapped yourself in a very negative situation. It can be, it's impossible for me to say because it's a general reading. So either, if you're unhappily single, it is something of your own doing. Eight of Swords, the Magician, and the Devil. Wow, that is an eye-opener. If you're already in a relationship or you're married, again, there is a very toxic situation here, but again, it is something that you're allowing. Probably not a popular thing to say, but that is what I see here. You also have the Queen of Swords. So this would be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you, Cancer, if you have a moon or rising in an air sign. So I also feel like because we have the Eight of Swords right next to it, that Cancer is definitely, even if your partner or your ex is not an air sign, the Queen of Swords is someone who's very much in her head, someone that is analyzing their situation a little bit too much. Really, this is keeping you trapped. Again, whatever it is that's going on in your love life, you are creating this. The good news is you can also create something very positive. You have Judgment lined up with the Magician. This is a new beginning. This can be a new relationship. This can be a second chance for a relationship. But this is going to require a change of perspective. Again, if you feel like you're stuck, if you convince yourself that you're trapped in your situation, then you truly are. You are. Remember, you're the Magician. So whatever it is that you're focusing on, whatever it is that you're zooming in on, whatever it is you're constantly thinking about, you are creating that reality. You have the Ace of Swords telling you it's time to create a different reality. This is a change of perspective. This is clarity. This comes with a new beginning for the sign of Cancer. A second chance to be happy. Again, there is a whole new chapter waiting to start here. You also have the Page of Cups, which can represent rekindling the passion in your relationship or a new relationship coming in for you. Again, I definitely see a soulmate here for the sign of Cancer. So I feel like either there is already someone in your life where I feel like there could be something very negative going on in that relationship, or there is a lot of fear maybe that you're losing this partner. But I definitely feel with the Magician, again, I keep going back to these three cards, there is something that the sign of Cancer is doing that's making the situation worse. So you could be kind of focusing on worst possible scenario. You've kind of convinced yourself that you're stuck. Again, the Eight of Swords, that is a mental prison. You've convinced yourself that you're stuck, that you're trapped, but really that is because that is what you're thinking with the Magician. With the Magician, you are creating your own reality. So what reality are you creating? Okay, let me get a few more. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer for the month of April? You've got Temperance, King of Cups, and Two of Swords. Yeah, I mean, definitely you have stuck energy here and here. With your energy here as a King of Cups, whether you're male or female. So again, you've got, some of you, the Two of Swords can be a very complicated decision that you have to make, a very difficult decision that you don't want to make. This could be about a relationship or a marriage, where maybe you need to give it time. Perhaps you're deciding whether you're going to leave a relationship with Temperance. This can also represent the sign of Sagittarius. But for others, I mean, stuck energy here, you're being told just give it time. Again, you also have to kind of focus on, what are you focusing on? Let me just rephrase that. You need to kind of really focus on what are you trying to manifest? Because I feel the sign of Cancer, you've accidentally manifested something unpleasant where you just feel like I'm stuck. Like there's no way out of the situation. That is a message of the Eight of Swords. But really, this is about the way that you're thinking. I feel like you've created a very unpleasant situation for yourself. You've got the Devil here, perhaps a toxic situation. I feel like there's a need to adjust the way that you're thinking. But again, you're being told here, take your time. There is no need to rush. Okay, let me get a few more from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer for the month of April? You've got Strength, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. So the Emperor is telling you take back your power. This is exactly what I've been telling you with the Magician. Again, I feel like the sign of Cancer, you're struggling with situation, whether you're single, whatever your relationship status is, there's a need for you to really take back your power, because this is a lot of fear with the Eight of Swords. You feel that you're trapped. You feel that you're stuck. It's time for you to empower yourself. There's also the need for you to kind of watch your ego with the Strength card. This can also represent the sign of Leo, but this is not allowing your ego to really rule your life. You also have the Hierophant here, so this can represent the sign of Taurus, but this is a lot of higher guidance for you. I feel like this is trying to kind of direct you as far as what changes you need to make in your love life. Perhaps if you're single, where this soulmate is that has come up in your reading right here, how to find the soulmate. If you're already with this person, I feel like there's a lot of higher guidance for you as far as how to heal this relationship. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your ex for the month of April. Cancer and their ex for the month of April. You have the Fool, Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords. Again, this was also in the first spread. King of Wands, King of Cups, the Devil, Cancer and their ex for the month of April. The Wheel, the Nine of Pentacles, and Justice. Okay, so pretty interesting combination of cards. I see you here, Cancer, as a water sign, whether male or female, with a fire sign, and the Devil, which is pretty eye-opening. Let me get a confirmation card. Let's see what comes up around this King of Wands. What energy is around this King of Wands for the sign of Cancer? Okay, so if your ex is a fire sign, it's actually a lot of positive energy, even though the Devil is here. So let me take a look at this. I mean, you start off with a new beginning. You have the Fool, which is, taking a risk as far as a new beginning with this person. This is taking a giant leap of faith. But again, there's need to adjust the way that you're thinking. This also came up for you in the first spread because there is a lot of heaviness between you. There's a heavy burden. Now, with the King of Wands, this can be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This can also be you, Cancer, if you have a Moon or Rising in a fire sign. Because you also have the Devil here, and the Devil does represent a toxic relationship, negative energy, pessimism. It can definitely be pessimism because we have this lined up with the Ace of Swords. It can be that in order to reconcile with your ex, somebody is going to have to adjust the way that they're thinking because there is a lot of heaviness between you. You do have the wheel here, which means that there can be movement around your situation with your ex. You have the wheel. You also have justice. Justice can represent the sign of Libra, but this is you getting what you deserve. This can also be an apology coming to you from an ex. So there can be an apology here. There can be movement, but there is a lot of growing that needs to happen. You have the Nine of Pentacles in the middle. And Nine of Pentacles does represent someone that is kind of come full circle as an individual, someone that really values the self-worth, self-love, integrity. And I feel like, I mean, I hate to say this because I am a Cancer, but I feel like this is Cancer. It's not this fire sign. There's a need to change the way that you're thinking. In the first spread, we saw the sign of Cancer, perhaps kind of, you know, you've kind of left yourself in a place where you're stuck with the Magician there. Like you manifested something that maybe you don't like, a difficult situation in a relationship or in your love life. There's a need to adjust the way that you're thinking so that you can have this new beginning with your ex. Okay, let me get a few more. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer about their ex from the month of April? You have the Six of Wands, Death, Five of Wands. So interesting, 5 and 6 of Wands with Death. So you actually have the green light from the universe as far as reconciling with your ex. You have victory here. You also have Death, which can represent the sign of Scorpio. But this is a huge change. This is a dramatic new beginning after a dramatic ending. But there is, someone is feeling conflicted here. I mean, it can be Cancer. I'm kind of saying that it's Cancer, but it can definitely be your ex. If you've tried to reconcile with this person and they're not open to it, it can be that they have to change the way that they're thinking because there is a lot of heaviness between you. I feel like someone is conflicted. Maybe someone doesn't know if they want to get back together. There is a lot of negativity here. If this was a messy breakup, this is something you have to work through because there is a lot of heavy energy here. Someone is conflicted. Someone is struggling as far as, do I even want a new beginning with this person? Let me take a look at this without dropping my camera here. So, I mean, again, you start with a new beginning. There could definitely be a new beginning. I confirmed the King of Wands, and there is a lot of positive energy, a lot of success. I definitely see movement around your ex. There can possibly be an apology here with Justice. But there is a lot of heaviness around you, especially since we added the Devil to all of this. There's a lot of negativity. Somebody, whether it's you or your ex, somebody has to change the way that they're thinking because this actually is blocking you reconciling with this person. But there can be a very kind of big transformation here with the Death card. I just feel like somebody has to really kind of evaluate the way that they're looking at the relationship. I mean, I feel like somebody still cares in this relationship. I feel like both of you still care, but there is some strong negativity here that you need to work on in order for this new beginning to happen. Okay, Cancer, this has been your love reading for April 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.